All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Tak Oda, CIO of Attaché for Business, joined here again with Lesa Hammond. We're actually going to continue our conversation from last week. We got some really good tidbits from her about the hiring process. So I would just want to dig a little deeper, if that's okay with you, Lisa,
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
the things you said about recruiting. So could you give us some tips about the job ad process?
Yeah, and I like that you called it a job ad rather than a job posting or a job announcement because I really think it is an ad.
Hmm.
And the reason I think it's an ad is because you need to sell the company as much as you need to try to get the person to want to take your job. I think people often think of a job announcement as we've got this job and we want the right person, but they don't
Mm-hmm.
think from the person's standpoint of what kind of job does that person want. And really, to get the right person, you want to attract a person who wants that job and who fits that job.
Hmm. Gotcha. So it's a two-way sale here, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And because they're going to have to sell themselves to you, but
Hmm.
that job ad is for you to sell yourself and your company to them.
Right.
So instead of just listing, one thing I don't like people listing like 20 requirements, here's what you, or 20 job responsibilities. Whatever you do, don't take the job description and try to
Hmm.
turn that into the ad.
Interesting. Okay, I think because I'm just blown away because I think people by default do that.
They definitely do that.
Okay. All right. So don't, so
Don't
you
do
heard it
that.
here first, folks. Just don't just turn your job description into a job ad. All right.
Yeah,
So
don't do
then
that.
then what
And
should you do? All right, what
so what
should you
you
do
should
then?
do is you should ask questions. Start with a question. You know, are you the type of person who likes to X? Are you the type of
Mm,
person who wants to work for a company that X? You know, what is it that your company has or does that somebody would really love? So,
mm-hmm.
for our company at Attaché for Business, we might say something like, are you the type of person who wants to be in the forefront of a booming startup
Right, right,
that provides great services to small businesses?
right. Because we're much more interested in finding someone who's really excited about what we're doing, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we want
That's
somebody
more
who's
yeah.
yeah, we want somebody who's excited about what we're doing and who's going to understand the pace of a startup.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's different if you're in a company that's been around for 25 years and you've got like a very niche job that somebody's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And also the not only the pace of a startup, but the breadth of what you'd learn at a startup. It's like you're going to take on five hats at
Exactly.
one time.
Right, exactly. With a startup, there's almost no point in listing the job requirements, right? It's like you're going to learn everything here.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. Are you the type of person who likes to wear five hats?
right,
That's the kind of question that you want to ask to start. And then you tell them about the company. So,
right.
here's the type of company we are.
Gotcha. I think this ties into the why as opposed to the what. I really like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Simon Sinek
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
videos and books and things. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably a good way to go about life in general. But I also, the other thing I like about this job ad piece is just that I think even on the HR side of things, like I think everyone who's responsible in any small way for the company should be constantly out there selling the company, even if it's in the job ad, right? Like this is how
Absolutely.
great we are. And you're
Absolutely.
always doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is, don't list, like I said, don't take the job description and put it into the ad, but don't list like every single thing you think that person's going to do. Don't try to think of what that job is going to be
Hmm.
specifically. List like the five key things that that job has to do. Because when you hire somebody, they're going to have whatever array of skills they have, so you want to be able to capitalize on those skills as well as the things that you thought you wanted in that job. And there
Right.
may be some things that aren't quite so important that somebody else could do if
Hmm.
you get the right person. So, think about the top five things that you absolutely need for that job and
Hmm.
put those. Don't put every extraneous thing that you can think of.
Right. I feel like that's especially important for a smaller business or a startup. Just it's relatively unimportant that those tiny little things, right?
I think it's true for any business.
Any business. Okay.
Yeah, I think any size business that's really true for, because once you get somebody in the job, they're going to do what they do well,
Hmm.
and the other things they're either going to take on or not. I'm sure you've had job descriptions where you aren't really doing everything in that job description, and you're doing a whole lot of other things that weren't in the job description.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, what it boils down to is that person excited about what they're doing and
Yeah,
excited about the mission.
yeah, and are they good at it?
Right. Okay. All right. So you heard it here first. Again, thank you, Lisa. Great tips. We'll be back with more, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Doc.
Yeah. Thank you.